Hey yo, man, it's your boy DZ, man. If you're on the phone and it says this call is monitored and recorded, you gotta believe that, man. I can't understand why these guys is on these jail calls and they're just talking after the call says that this call is being monitored and recorded. It tells you that they're listening to the call. And I'm watching the trial, right? And I see one of the defendants, they're just having full-blown conversations on the phone like these conversations ain't gonna come back. Then they allow other people to get on their call and talk, and they talking all over the place. You can't get your message across when you locked up to somebody through a jail phone. All you doing is giving the evidence against yourself. When you try to talk on that phone, they gonna go back and get the call. It's set up whereas your PIN number is going straight to you. The PIN number is going straight to you. The PIN number is not going to nobody else. So they can identify everything you say on the phone. They put a lot of evidence against themselves, man. Them dudes, they put a lot of evidence against themselves from being so careless. They was careless, man. Everybody want to live that life until you in this situation. They went out there going ham, trying to take over whatever part of Atlanta they was in, and they played themselves out of position. That's what happened. They played themselves straight out of position, man. The people listening to all the calls, they got so many calls and evidence from them talking on the phone, videos from Instagram. The only way that it looked good really for them is the technicality. Even though Lil Woody told everything and now he backing out, they got so much evidence besides that. I'm looking at it like these dudes are just talking across the phone like reckless. They ain't even think that they was gonna get these calls. They saying whatever. Whenever they try to give a message from the jail, they just said it on the phone. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. I'm talking about the YSL case, man. Talking on the phone, jail calls. People get on them phones in the jail and just say whatever. They say whatever. And you got to understand, when you saying whatever to a citizen out there and the police go to the citizen, they're going to corroborate what you said. They're not in jail. Your call is being monitored. So they're feeling like I don't have nothing to hide. Make sure y'all hit that like button too, man. You got to stop talking on the phone. All your business don't got to be on the phone. You ain't got to tell details. Some things you got to keep to yourself. And people be so street, they don't understand that your phone is recorded. I guess you can't be that street where you don't think that they not going to be on your phone if you in jail with your PIN number when they give you a number that links directly to you. They know how to identify where the call went, who it went to, and it's recorded. Like, come on. It's a lot more evidence in this case than Lil Woody, man. Lil Woody was a big part. He was major in the case to get the ball turning, to get it rolling. But now that the case is going on, you can see that they just coming up with all this evidence that these guys was posting, talking themselves. That's why they don't want to let the case go. That's why, because it's a whole bunch of evidence besides Little Woody. People looking at like it's just Lil Woody. Nah, Lil Woody was major. He was a rat. He is a rat. He benefited from it. But it's more to the case than him. It's like, I guess they was in the light, so they wasn't looking at it like I'm self-snitching on myself. But this should be understood by now. When you start posting stuff online and you want to brag about it, you got to be correct. You can't be half-cocked, 1 foot in and 1 foot out the street, because they're going to go back and get that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to go back and get the evidence, right? And use it against you. Every time you get online and you get to bragging about what you doing, talking about what you got, trying to flex, all they do is take that as evidence. Especially if you out there active. These dudes was just talking reckless. They on the phone like it's like natural. And Shannon Stillwell calling home from the jail, telling his girl that Thug need to send him a lawyer there. Like, it's recorded now, but I guess it's like they so street, they not paying attention to all the street analytics. They not paying attention to it. You in the street, but you talk on the phone from the jail. Come on, man. That's not, making sense. You giving the evidence against yourself that they're going to use. And it's crazy. Yo, what's up, man? Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button, man. They giving the evidence against themselves, man. They out there telling on themselves, man. And I guess we can't understand how to enjoy it without telling on ourselves, I guess. And Thug made a lot of songs about being quiet and not snitching. But he told on himself. They using all his music about when he said he was beating bodies, and they using that. Now we can say that's a form of art, right? And I agree on that. But if they charging you in this situation or looking at you for this type of stuff and you saying it, I really don't think you make it any better for yourself. For real. You don't make it better for yourself when you talking about it and then you being implicated in it. So I think it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough, man. Because it's more than this thing than the Lil Woody. Everybody saying Lil Woody. Now, it's more than the Lil Woody, man. They got 200-300 witnesses. They got 200-300 witnesses, and everybody's just talking about one witness. They got all these other guys that took them pleas. They bringing them. And it's like they putting certain things in front of us, and we see the flaws in these things, and that's all we paying attention to. We see the flaws. Nah, this don't sound right. This is a circuit. The prosecution, they just got so much stuff They overwhelmed about producing it. So they coming out with it the wrong way. They playing certain games that they really didn't have to play. So I think that that's going to cause them to play themselves, because they playing the game and trying to play with the evidence when they got stuff, but they're playing with it, making it look like they playing the game and trying to keep things from them, which is a Brady violation. You know what I'm saying? So it's a Brady violation if the prosecution has evidence that they don't turn over, that they know can help the defense. So they playing a game when they got a lot of evidence, but I think their strategy is like funny with it, and that's what make it unfair, because they start playing like the unfair game with the evidence. If y'all got the evidence, y'all supposed to produce it, and the judge is saying to them, y'all need to produce your evidence in a timely fashion. I can say that about the judge. The judge is being fair, as in telling them what they can enter, what they can't enter, and when she's making the ruling in her decision, that's what it is. Ain't no, I'm going to switch the decision because you feel this way. This is my decision. This is what it is. She like, next. So you can see that, you know, she's definitely being fair with that. She's being fair. She's not just letting them talk her out of her ruling. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes that talk too much on the phone, man. Posting pictures. It's like you really posting that stuff for the police. You're not posting it because it don't stick to the people. When you posting your shine, it really don't stick. It's odd to go away. But it stick with the police. When you posting that shine and you want to floss and you want to pop your stuff, it don't sit with the people. It just hit them and then it go away. But for evidence, it sit there. They using videos and footage and pictures from years ago. Years. Stuff that ain't nobody even thinking about no more. And that's what we don't understand. When you get to posting, the people you trying to shine on get a temporary feeling of it. It's a temporary, oh man, he doing this thing, he look good. But in the end, if you out there 1 foot in, 1 foot out, it's going to crush you in the end. It's going to crush you, man. We can't act like we don't see all this evidence. It's like when we can holler and scream when we see it going in the favor. You know what I'm saying? That's real though. Oh man, they ain't playing right. But when you showing the real and they showing the evidence of these dudes telling on themselves, don't nobody want to say nothing about that. You know what I'm saying? That's the real thing. The evidence is these dudes done told on themselves. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to brag to other people about how they was putting work in and how what gang ran what and who don't got the rights to do what and who running the prison. They on the prison phone talking about who running the prison. On the prison phone. They got people from the street saying who run the prison on Rice Street. Like, come on, man. What y'all think? These people not listening? You don't think they hear who's sending the shots of who running the prison? And people do this from the phone. They just let Rayful Edmonds out of jail. He was doing this in the 80s. They gave the man life. People are still doing this, still talking on the jail phone as if they're not recorded. I'm like, it's goofy, man. And they on the jail phone talking to people, right? All right, so you've been locked up for 5 years though, right? You understand to not talk on the jail phone. You understand that. And this is what I'm saying. These dudes, the whole YSL, when they was getting locked up, they calling home. And that's how it should be. When you go to jail and do your time. People in jail get on the phone every day. They know more of the street business in jail than the people do on the street. And they know it before it spreads in the street. I'm telling you that now. People in jail know the business in the street. But they talk on the phone like nobody's listening. Like nobody's listening to these calls, man. I just don't understand that. These dudes gave the evidence to the people, man. Of course, and I don't understand why they don't understand that. They are going to use your conversation. People want to deliver a message as soon as they go to jail. Yo, I want this person to do this. Then they talking about people like, I don't want no connection to the people in jail. Like, if people call me from jail, I'm short with them. I'll talk to you for a quick second. I don't want to talk about anything left field. Talk about trying to correct our life. How we going to do better? These people be in jail still talking about how they going to do wrong. And then make it worse for themselves and wonder why. What happened? How did I get caught? No, you already in jail for a situation and you in jail on the phone talking about another situation. It's like, are you slow or are you slow? Yeah. Don't even have money for the lawyer, right? But in jail, talking crazy on the phone, making another case. It's like, man. I don't know. I can't get it. I'm just glad that I understand how slow they are, but money don't make you smart, man. Experience does. Money does not make you smart. You having those experiences, you having those flaws. That's what strengthens the brain. So they giving people that money at that young age and they get out there thinking that they can control that street life because you got the money. You're going to trick yourself out the game. You can't control that street life just because you got money. And they don't got no guidance. Big rocks big. They don't got no guidance, bro. They don't got no guidance. And the people that might be telling them something, they don't want to listen to them because they probably feel like I got more money than him. You know, when somebody feel like they got more money than somebody, they don't care about the person that got the experience. The person that's telling them because they've been through it, they don't want to hear it. Man, get out of here with that. But when they bump their head and they in that situation, I should have listened. You said I'm from Vancouver, Canada, and we got real big homies over here. Hey, bro, I bet. I mean, it's real big homies everywhere, though, bro. And I'm saying on some real. But in a lot of situations in this generation, they don't want to listen to the big homie. You understand what I'm saying? When the big homie telling them something, they might feel that they elevated a little bit in life. They got their money up, so they don't want to listen to the big homie. They feel that they the big homie. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's some real jokers here, right? And definitely give out valuable information to people around them and But it's some people that just, you know, they feel like they bigger than life. Yo, Clip 72, what's up, man? Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bro. We in the building, man. Talking about these guys, talking on the jail calls. They just talking. Knowing these calls been recorded, they just talking, man. And thinking that they doing something slick by trying to make moves over the phone. You can't send no codes over no jail phone, man. They picking all those codes apart. People really think they can send a code over a jail phone. Like, come on, man. What much are you gonna say to trick the code? They listening, man. You know? And now these dudes is in a public trial, man. This trial is heavy. And they playing the calls. We out here listening in the public like, come on. They playing the Instagram videos. These dudes was talking filthy to show other men that they was on, and the police just got it. What flex did you do? He said it's like when them people tell you you had a right to remain silent and niggas still try to Hey, listen, bro. Hey, bro. That there, I'm still lost when people try to do that. You think that they're not trained for you to start talking information out of you? And most of the time, people be on smoking and stuff when they encounter the police. So your brain ain't all the way there. And they get the mumbling stuff, saying things, thinking they can talk their way out of the situation. Nah. All you do is dig yourself a deeper hole. I never understood that. You can't explain yourself out of a situation. You can't do it. All you can do is explain how you're going to cooperate and help them. They not your friends. I never understood that. Yeah. They said they dealt with way bigger and more complicated niggas before you countless times. Yeah, of course. Of course. It's their game. You got to think about it. If you get up and play the video game every day, you're going to get stronger at it. They're playing this video game every day and you enter it right in front of them one time. Nah, you don't know how that lingo go. Unless you've had experience in front of them, knowing to be quiet, that's the only thing you need to know. If you go beyond that, you asking for it. You have the right to remain silent. And if they would have did that, because a lot of them made statements, just trying to justify certain stuff. Even if they didn't tell, they implicate themselves in certain situations by trying to justify something. You never justify nothing to the police. You never try to explain yourself to the police. You let them do their job. If you get pulled over, you just give them your license, registration, and insurance. You do not have to explain to them where you're going. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to talk to a police officer without an attorney, because anything you say to them, they will use it against you. People do not pay attention to this. These so-called street dudes, they run in the streets, they try to run blocks, but y'all don't understand how to deal with law enforcement. And they not your friends, most definitely. They not your friends at all. They are not your friends. They will butter you up to turn on you in the courtroom. That's bottom line. They will butter you up, make you feel good, and then turn on you. And when they see you after that, ain't no love. So I don't understand why people think they're your friends. They got a job to do. And the whole world observes this process, but people still do the same opposite. It's like they have to know that us as humans, we have a problem with understanding this. Because it's like they do it to people over and over again, and we know the process. It's the same process. You do not cooperate or talk with the police about nothing to explain yourself. You have a process and a system that goes if you get locked up. You go through that system. You can't explain your way out of these situations. They want to get the rap. You understand what I'm saying? And listen, you right, bro. The process is all over YouTube. Anywhere you want to go see about how you should handle yourself in front of the police, it's on YouTube. Straight up. Straight up. People still act like they don't understand it. And I look for the crash in these dudes, man. Whenever I see dudes out there bugging and talking like they ready to go to war, you know that's a crash. That is a crash waiting to happen. No, it's a crash on its way. Because you can't put that energy out there and expect it not come your way. Dudes is inviting everybody that they ready to go to war with like somebody ain't gonna call. And listen, man, AR-AB is definitely the biggest crash, man. And bro had a nice little flow. Bro was doing his thing. But people think they can conquer the streets. You can't conquer the streets. It's impossible. People really think they can conquer the streets. People really have it in their mind that they got the ability to run the streets. Nah. It's temporary, man. It's always going to be temporary. The game is always going to be there, though. The game is always going to be there. People going to play that game because there's money involved. And then the streets gives you a thrill also. That cat and mouse game gives people a thrill. But, you know, Thug and them ain't had to play the streets, man. They ain't had to play the streets at all, man. They was past that. It was the excitement, I guess, going back to dibble in the streets with the money. And you right about that, bro. You can't have a longer without having a hiccup. You're going to have a hiccup. Within that 5 years, some people do have a longer run, but you're going to have a hiccup in that 5 years. You know? And then, like, they was playing the streets with violence and trying to put authority down. For what? Like, you dudes is traveling all over the world. Y'all trying to put authority down in dirty Atlanta. Like, come on, man. Like, come on, man. Y'all trying to put authority down in the ran down areas. Like, come on. It's not like y'all trying to put some businesses up in the area. Y'all trying to put authority down in the ran down area instead of trying to uplift it. And it put them in a bad situation. Like, what? What are you trying to do? You trying to impress? Yeah. Sometimes that money will take you out the game rather than put you all the way in the game. Have you heard about wolf packs? Now, I ain't heard about wolf packs. Wolf packs. What's wolf packs, bro? I ain't never heard about that. Yeah, I ain't never heard about that, bro. Yeah. But dudes don't understand, man. It's dead out on them streets, man. Them streets is dead, man. They dead. He said, our leader just escaped prison on trial for 2 bodies. Oh, man. Hey, listen. You better get out of that one then, bro. Listen, I don't want to be a part of nothing. You hear me? I don't want to be a part of nothing. I'm not claiming nobody. I don't want to be associated with. Hey, bro, I don't know what's up with you, my man, but I don't want to be a part of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, get out of that life. It's a straight suicide mission, man. I don't like seeing people every day. That's why I know I can never be a part of no gang. I don't like seeing people every day. I get tired of looking at people. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to talk to you all the time. I know I couldn't be a part of none of that stuff. I don't want to see you. I don't want to be, don't, listen, sometimes I don't want to hear nothing. I just want to sit here and look. So I don't understand how people be wanting to be around people all the time. I get tired of hearing people's voice. Like, how can somebody want to be in a gang? You got to be around 100. I get tired of looking, hearing. I get tired of that. I don't want to see you. I don't care what you got going on. It's like, I don't understand it. Yeah. It's like, I don't understand it, man. Yeah. And people always the downfall of other people. So what makes people want to be so associated with people when you know it's going to be somebody you associated with that takes you down? Nah, I ain't from New York, bro, but I'm close, man. I'm close, bro. I'm real close. And I lived in New York before, too. I went to school in New York, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I lived in Left Rack. Yeah, I lived in Left Rack, went to school for a year up there. And, you know, I've been around the world, man. Yeah, man. They ain't being mindful, man. I'm like, I don't want to be around nobody. You know what I'm saying? I see, though, with me, right? It's people that agitate other people at times and flare people up. And I know with me, right? And I said this before, this is with me. I don't start anything with anybody. I'm not a troublemaker. You know, I'm a respectful person. Excuse me, please, thank you type of person, right? But I just don't respond well, you know, with stuff. That's my problem. So if I know that, right, and this is me knowing me, I got to know me, and everybody don't know them. That's why they, in a lot of situations, they run around and don't know themselves, right? I know me. I got to stay in my own zone. I can't have people around me in my presence. I don't want you around me. I don't want to hear what you're going through. I don't want it around me. Tell me over there. Because then you're going to bring that energy right on to me. I don't want it right next to me. You understand what I'm saying? That's just me. So I know I ain't got to worry about having no problems with no gang or nah. Because I don't want to be around nobody. But them people that be associated with all that, that's why they got all that energy. They got all that energy because you got all these other people's problems around you. When you bring other people's problems around you, you acquire their energy. And some people might not think so, but pay attention to when people going through stuff heavy and they come around you and then you start going through stuff. You like, hold on, man, everything was just going fine for me. How did everything, because you brought that darn energy around you. That's why. When you was just chilling in your world, doing the things you do, everything was cool. You tried to embrace something that you didn't know the energy they had aligned with them. I had to figure this out from experience. Once I figured it out, I'm cutting everybody. I don't care about nothing. My life ain't concerned to make nobody happy, because when I die, everybody gonna keep ticking. So the most important person is yourself, and then making sure that you level. Because sometimes when you involving yourself with a lot of people and different things, you take the balance off yourself. You bring their negative energy to you, you unbalance yourself, and you wonder why you're going through what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people out there in the street, that's what they doing. They bringing other people's energy onto them, wondering why they can't figure out how to get away from what they into. You got to cut people off when you trying to get somewhere, because their energy is drawing you to what they got going on. You need your energy to draw what you want to be going on. And that's real. You know, people will think like, oh, I'm going to go around this person and maybe something. Nah, you don't know what kind of energy they got going on. Stay away from me. You know, I ain't embracing nobody like that in my presence. You know what I'm saying? That's just me personally. I don't care who don't like it. Nah, I don't want to be embracing everybody in my presence. Especially when you see how snakish people are. It's a lot of snakes out there. It's a lot of snakes out there. You hear me? People are like slither in the grass type snake and be right around you the whole time envious of you. You know, Lil Woody type. You know what I'm saying? Lil Woody type. Whole time he was around, thug, he was envious. That's the type of people that's out there. People really think like majority of people got good heart. Nah, now in this world, majority of people got messed up hearts. Straight up. In this world now, majority of the people, they got messed up hearts. They don't care. You can be good to them, and they'll turn on you, man. But it's the game of life, man. Make sure y'all leave a comment, man. It's your boy DZ. Hit that subscribe button, man. Check out the merch. SBGBTV.com. You hear me? Check out the merch for your boy. We got more stuff coming. It's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Nah.